Every Native person knows someone who has gone missing, has been murdered, has been sexually abused. My own cousin was murdered in front of her daughter. I have another relative who's been missing since July of 2018. Her case sat untouched, not looked at for 3 months. As a Native American woman, life on the reservation is hard, knowing that there's targets on our back.
Well, Congressman Greg Stanton from Phoenix, Arizona, has worked to elevate individual stories of missing and murdered Indigenous women and press federal law enforcement, including Attorney General Merrick Garland and FBI Director Chris Wray, to do more to address this crisis. Now, he co-sponsored and worked to pass 2 critical bills last year. Both were signed into law in October 2020, and he's joining us virtually from Washington, D.C. Please welcome Representative Greg Stanton. What do we need to do to change this here? You're changing it at a legislative level. What do we all need to do?
Well, Dr. Phil, first, I just want to say thanks to you for using your amazing platform to raise awareness of this tragic issue. This is a national shame. Number one, we need more media attention on this issue. All missing women and girls, particularly our Indigenous women and girls who have gone missing at such alarming rates, deserve the same level of attention. So we need to do a better job of raising awareness and attention and media attention on this tragedy. 2, Rain brought it up, but these jurisdictional issues between local law enforcement, between tribal law enforcement and the federal government, which so often takes too much time after someone has gone missing or a crime has been committed. That's unacceptable. And then finally, we do need more resources. The federal government needs to step up to the plate and do more. Right now, we have over 300 tribal communities around this country, 300 reservation communities, but there's only 140 dedicated federal FBI agents for all of that. That's not enough.
Do you know from the resources available in D.C. where these Indigenous women are going? They're disappearing, they're not being found, they're not being brought home to their families. What's happening to these women?
Dr. Phil, I think one of the real tragedies about these circumstances is that tragically we weren't even tracking these cases in the way we should. We didn't have databases. How do you provide a strong response to this tragedy unless you have that information? The truth is, until we put more resources and logistical support behind finding out more information about these cases, we won't have the best federal response that we can have.
What's your take on this? How do we tackle this, and where are these women going?
You know, I agree that we don't know. There would be several reasons I would speak to that women would go missing. First and foremost would be that it's a result of criminal behavior.
You don't have any missing women on your reservation as of today. So what is your reservation doing differently than the others?
There's several things. I think our tribe had the foresight to establish a missing Indigenous persons work group through resolution. And so we have a great team of amazing people from the community, our tribal law enforcement officers, and others who have come together to work on the issue. And based on the work that we did there, we were invited to work on a tribal community response plan that brought other people to the table. We're trying to be proactive.
Well, you have a question. Why do her missing Indigenous people not get the same support and media coverage that someone like Gabby Petito received? Representative Stanton, why do you think that is?
It's obviously a very complex question, and there's a lot of historical reasons, tragic reasons for that being the case. What I want to work on is what can we do to fix the issue now? Henny and Ashley, there are our fellow American citizens and are deserving as much media attention and support for justice as anyone else. And that's what I'm going to fight for.
Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.